Hi, I'm Martia, and in answer to your first question, what are the three things that make a good teacher? I think the first one is dedication, because obviously you have to be dedicated to your lesson plans, you have to be dedicated to understanding and researching the topic that you're going to be teaching your pupil, and I think you also have to be willing to go the extra mile for the student. So I think dedication is huge. I also think creativity is really important because it's very easy as a teacher to get into the same habits, the same routines, like you've already done a lesson plan, so you just keep reproducing that lesson for the same subject. But I think in order for it to remain engaging for you and also the student, thinking of creative and innovative ways of teaching and active ways, especially online lessons, need to be as active as possible. So I think creativity is huge. And lastly, I think empathy is really important as a teacher, because very often the student is feeling understandably quite anxious or nervous about learning a new subject, about putting themselves out there and potentially making mistakes. And allowing them to make mistakes is the only way that they can progress. So I think coming at things from their point of view and from an empathetic standpoint enables them to make mistakes and improve faster. Secondly, I became a teacher because when I left university, I was an actor and a writer, and I was trying to think of a way that I could combine careers, and I thought teaching was an excellent way because I could just basically impart the knowledge and the enthusiasm I already had for literature, for acting, with students. And also there's something quite similar between acting and teaching. It's all about connection, it's all about empathy, it's all about learning in a deep and holistic way. So yeah, for me, teaching, acting, writing all go hand in hand. And I also just didn't want to stop learning myself. And I think that's something that I love about teaching and tutoring, is that you are always developing as a person. And then lastly, what else do I do for work? So when I'm not tutoring, I act. I'm an actor, and I also enjoy writing. I'm currently writing a novel, and I'm also currently writing a play. So that is what I do when I am not tutoring. And a moment that stands out to me in my teaching career with a student, it always centres around moments where I've been able to open a text up for a pupil and they've been able to relate to it in their own way. So I had a pupil called Lucas, and Lucas was really struggling with Jekyll and Hyde at GCSE because the language is very complex and heavy. So we came across this word, a juggernaut, and I was telling him the connection of this word to describing Hyde as someone who's, big and threatening and easily crushes people. And then he remembered that he'd been playing a video game and one of the characters was called the Juggernaut. And, his face just sort of lit up because he was able to bring his own knowledge into the classroom, and he was able to express to his friends that he knew the word. So that was a huge confidence boost for him. And then in the subsequent following lessons that I had with this student, they were far more engaged, far more interested in the vocabulary, and just a lot more confident, and also a lot more connected with the text because they understood that there was so much more going on underneath the surface. So yeah, that is one of my favourite moments with a pupil.